Hello everyone, welcome to Positive Atheism YouTube channel in English. We Become Atheists by Gora, Chapter 11, Political Action. Early atheist programs were similar to Gandhi's constructive work. While the constructive program of Gandhi was linked with the political fight of the Congress and had therefore a nationwide significance, our work of adult education or village sanitation or removal of untouchability or women's liberation was intensively confined to a few villages. In a way, it was even non-political, as we had not proceeded sufficiently far to come into touch with or to clash with political authority. We moved in the thin margin outside the direct authority of the government. But as our work widened, we did clash with the conservative and capitalistic ways of the government, and we found the need of political action. Political action becomes indispensable in the modern age if social work should be free and broad. Gandhi told Ramaswamy, an atheist, that he was not a politician. He was essentially a man of religion and a social reformer, and to the extent the political factors have come in his way, he had been unwillingly drawn into political sphere. Despite the fact that our social work in Mudunur village was intensive, it was not so abiding as we wished. No doubt, Mudunur Suryam became a successful insurance agent, Nagulapalli Sitaramaya became a social worker of repute, and Kalapala Suryam became a legislator. They are all the products of the adult school and active participants in the work at Mudunur. Also, untouchability is relaxed there to a great extent. But in the very village which was known to be the godless village and in which 142 classified themselves as atheists in 1941 census, religious ceremonies are reappearing. Evidently, social work without political legislation loses strength. The same is the experience with the several constructive activities of Gandhi during the fight for freedom. The lasting contribution of the Congress movement is the political freedom of India, but not social change by constructive work. Of course, political work without constructive work is blind. At the same time, the results of constructive work without political action are short-lived. So, we added political action to social work and continued social work along with political action. Our active politics started when we participated in the Quit India movement in 1942. As we continued political action, our politics have grown differently from the power politics in vogue. The difference is partly due to the atheist outlook and partly to our acquaintance with the Gandhian method. The principal feature of power politics is the capture of the authority of the government by fair or by foul means. The desire to capture power raises competition for power among those who have the desire. Competition leads to formation of political parties, and rivalries among the parties make the means of capturing power more foul than fair. Party machinations and corruptive ways and the many evils to which present democracies are subject flow from power politics. The real purpose of politics is to solve people's problems by means of governmental legislation. Constructive program is the non-political method of solving people's problems. Sarvodaya is non-political in that sense. But in the modern age, when problems are complex and social relations are wide, constructive work is not able to cope up with the demands of people's needs. Therefore, we require politics, that is legislation, to solve our problems. But we find politics also failing to solve the problems satisfactorily on account of the competition for power entering into politics. That is, Those who hold the reins of governmental authority should be people-minded and not power-minded. But to suppose that lust for power is inherent in the very institutions of government on account of its centralized authority and revenues, and to recommend non-political methods for solution of people's problems, especially when non-political methods are inadequate to deal with the problems of stage of civilizational progress, are born of a feeling of frustration. Therefore, to be practical, a way must be found to turn power politics into real politics that would make persons in authority people-minded instead of power-minded. Gandhi proposed the method of decentralization of the basic units of administration so that the people get into direct touch with their representatives. The direct touch enables people to control their representatives in authority and to check their slipping into greed for power, because people stand to lose by such a wrong. Even in self-defense against the evil of power mania, people should prevent legislators from abuse of power. But effective check is possible only when units of administration are sufficiently decentralized to keep legislators in close touch with the people. If Gandhi got into the seat of power on India winning freedom, or if Jawaharlal Nehru followed the Gandhian way, India would have had politics instead power politics. Both did not happen. Gandhi was assassinated and Nehru held the power that preserved the imperialistic ways of centralized authority. India has been politically free since 1947. But it is in the grip of power politics rather than in the dawn of real politics. What program shall we, the atheists, take up to clear the present politics of power mania? Decentralization is indeed desirable, but it is not a feasible proposition for us as individual citizens in a democracy. It can be done only after we get into seats of power. Even Vinoba, with all his prestige, mighty effort of foot march throughout India and huge following, could not get administration decentralized effectively, though that was his avowed purpose. Some of us were with him in the Sarvodaya movement, as it was known. I wrote a book, Why Gram Raj, by name, printed by the Sarvodaya publications. Its theme is the need of decentralization of the basic units of administration. To start the work from where we are, we took to the programs of partylessness and pompousness of legislators. The progress of atheist political action consisted in formulation and practice of items of partylessness and pompousness. Nevertheless, we keep close to constructive work also. In 1946, I was invited to the camp of Kasturiba Memorial Trust at Borivali, Bombay. Mridula Sarabhai was the secretary of the trust. She was quite rational. She asked me to speak on superstitions. Naturally, I referred to the need of atheism to fight superstitions. There was a protest against the mention of atheism in a camp which was run under the aegis of Gandhism. Also, Mridula dropped the item of prayer from the timetable of the camp. The protest was carried to Gandhi. He did not take a serious notice of it. He suggested that prayer might be arranged for those who need it. Gandhians were more godly than Gandhi. Next year, Mridula Sarabhai became a secretary of All India Congress Committee along with Keskar. Sadiq Ali was the office secretary. I was taken in as the organizer, first at Allahabad and then at Delhi camp office. Gandhi was staying in the Bhangi colony on Panchukhan Road among sweepers. I was going there pretty frequently. I noticed the difference between the slum dwellings of sweepers where Gandhi lived and the posh mansions of the cabinet ministers who held the post in the caretaker government under the prime ministership of Jawaharlal Nehru in the name of Gandhi. Obviously, the principles of Gandhism and its austerity began to be sidetracked. Saraswati was with me for some time. We were invited to lunch by Muhammad Rahmatullah Khan, the president of the Delhi Congress Committee. He was very elderly and considerate. According to his custom, he served beef as a dish at the meal. Saraswati and I are vegetarians by the caste habit which we acquired in childhood. When we discarded caste and religious association, we revised food habits also that are linked up with caste distinctions. But normally we remain vegetarian. At that time we ate a bit of beef to show that we are not sentimentally vegetarian, hidebound by caste habits and religious feelings. We asked M. Rahmatullah Khan whether he would eat pork. Pork is a religious taboo to Muslims as beef is to Hindu castes. Rahmatullah Khan saw the point in our question. He rose above the levels of religious difference and told us with dignity, "Yes, I should when it is served to me." Of course, we did not have a dish of pork ready at hand. But his reply left an impression on us and suggested an objective program for effacing Hindu-Muslim differences. 25 years later, we conducted the program of beef and pork eating in the face of opposition from conventional religionists. The incident at M. Rahmatullah Khan's house formed the basis for an organized and extensive program in 1972. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to this channel Positive Atheism and activate the bell icon.